Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We have Game 3 of the Hockey New Brunswick Provincials, Hawks versus Navigateurs. And to make things easier, I'm just going to call them the Navigators. At the draw, Noseworthy. Winning this over to Doucette, denied the pass. Declan holding it down in the back end, picked up by Noseworthy, and he'll take this one for a skate, almost gets tripped up. Noseworthy dangling over to Fulkins. Fulkins walking in, pass out front, Doucette poked away. Levesque sends it in deep. Back up the half wall. Navigators gonna walk this chip it in deep. Bends there, reverse, back to McLeod. McLeod to Fulkins. Fulkins bouncing puck over the backhand, and that's going to be an icing call against the Hawks. We'll pull this one back down to their end for a face-off. We got Halen Guptill starting in net for the Hawks tonight. And the Hawks need a win or a tie in order to move on. They're sitting second place right now. Edmondson just come off with a win, giving them 5 points total in the standings, first place in this pool, and they will potentially play Oromocto tomorrow at noon. One back, Fillmore picks this one up. Fillmore in, sends it on net. Tried to cover up, bouncing puck and dives on it for the Freeze. Send us to the face-off. Down in the Navigators' end. Kennedy is going to do the honors on this one. And back, bouncing around the circle, picked up by the Navigators. And lost an edge. No, sorry, tripping call coming up as Fillmore is going to go to the box for two. 1 minute in, and Hawks already getting a penalty here. Hawks going on the penalty kill. 14 minutes left here in the first. And we are scoreless. Life at the draw. We got McDonald, Stanley, and Fallow to kick this penalty kill off. Drawn back, clean win. Misplay at the blue line, almost pulled out, but manages to hold it in. Stanley fans on it, back to the point. Over D to D from the top of the circle, and that'll be gloved down by Guptill. Back to the draw circle we go. Glove side of the Hawks netminder. McDonald being swapped out for Baraducci, and Stanley out for Anderson. In the feed back, Baraducci sends it around, picked up at the point. He's trying to walk this one in, and he'll just send that around to the other side. Right there, and a fan puck. He was having the look. Couldn't keep it on his stick though, and that'll be up in the air and into the stands. And we will go back to the draw here in the Hawks zone. 1:21 left in this penalty kill. Life still on the ice with Fallow. We got Anderson and Baraducci. And bouncing puck towards the net, kicked away. Navigators sending one across. And a shot, nice job by Fallow there. Deflecting that one, tripped up at the boards. Life tries to pick it up. Couldn't get away with it, and an easy glove save by Halen with an odd shot on net at an awkward angle. And so far, no clears, but no real good quality shots on net as Navigators keep giving those misplays on the puck. Noseworthy. Pearson, Levesque And McLeod. And fans on it at the blue line. Misses it completely. Walks it in. Shot and another glove save by Halen. And so far, they have been getting the shots. And the Hawks not doing their job very well at getting this puck out. Pearson with the pressure. In from the slot, and that goes wide. Held in at the blue line. Navigators walking in with the channel. He fans on it, sends it to the slot. Noseworthy picks this up, tries to get going with it, doesn't dump it. Levesque with another chance, and a nice block there by Levesque as the defense showing up. A shot, and that's another block by Levesque. Any pucks that don't get through to the goaltender. Good defensive play, chipped, sent away by McLeod. Near side corner. And we are back to even strength as Fillmore makes his way to the bench. Cross ice and a missed puck by the Navigators. And we are back to even strength here. Rebounds. And Halen's going to cover this one up. And a little too much rubber getting through to the crease on this one. And the Hawks seem a little tired here with not being able to get that puck cleared out. Trying to walk it out of your own end when you're down a man is not the play. This game does mean something, and these boys need to show up for it. Moving up ahead, McDonald, the defense, going in deep. As Noseworthy reads the play well and covers. And McDonald's got to get back to his position. He's not a forward. Knocked down by Doucette. Doucette makes the play through the legs. Over to Folk and sent away by the Navigators. Back over as he chips off the boards. Battle at the boards. Puck comes loose. Navigators in control. Sends it right to Stanley. Stanley the shot on net, and that is into the chest of the Navigators goaltender. We are 10:56 left here in the first period, and we are scoreless. And we got a little line change here as Fillmore, Kennedy, and Michaud make their way to the ice. We still got McDonald and Stanley on for defense, or back forwards as I like to call them. My tripod fell, sorry. McDonald looking for Kennedy, fans on it. Back to Michaud. Michaud draws this one back. And it looks like they must have changed position. Oh, no, Michaud's going up to his position. Confused here in this game. Berarducci in, sends a puck in, play the puck, there we go. Navigators keeping the play going. Goaltender wasn't sure if he has to hold on to it or not. Kennedy with the big hit at the boards there. Wasn't sure who that was. And not a lot of get up and go from either team right now. In, high shot over Halen's blocker side. Anderson trying to send it up, and that'll be picked off by the Navigators. And Berarducci doing a good job here, holding down, tying it up, pushing it into the boards. No support there on that one as the Navigators come away with the puck once again. And another shot attempt deflected wide, and that'll be back out as Pearson is just going to send that one for and right on net. A nice little deflective shot as the Hawks get a bit of a change here. Back to McLeod, and McLeod is going to ice this one. Back down into Hawk zone. I'm not sure if that was direction by the coach, but not really where you want to be in this game right now, given the amount of shots they've already taken on net. You want to make that play through center, gain control in the offensive zone, and try and get some quality shots on net. And a going trend with this team has been throw the puck away this entire tournament. And all three forwards clustering up in their own zone and almost turning over the puck. This team needs to get some communication going and figuring things. A nice shot there by Life, and he scores! Life picking up, going end to end and picking that short side pocket, putting Hawks on the board, 1-0. 8:47 left here in the first period. They went from complete disaster to a one-man show, making it happen. Let's hope this team can step it up and start playing their positions, getting wide on the ice and moving the puck around. And that's an offside call on the Hawks. We'll pull this outside the blue line for a face-off. The screaming moms in the background, super stoked for Life's goal. The breath of life. And fumbling puck will be sent in as Folkens tags up. Levesque moving back into position. Oh, and a deflection. And Doucette almost got another shot on net there. Back in and around. Folkens putting the pressure on. Navigators making their way out. Noseworthy reading the play very well, stepping in for Declan to avoid that 2-on-1. Declan trying to make the move. And he's going to pull. No tripping call on that one. The ref's arm stays down. And Declan made the right move there. I say move the puck, but he could tell he was getting tied up and tried to draw the penalty. I like to see that. Noseworthy with the speed is going to send that in deep. Doucette on the chase. Navigators trip up. Oh, right out front. Right there. And he shoots and he scores. Kennedy picking up the deflection off of Doucette's stick and making it 2-0. And the Hawks are on a roll. 7:39 left here in the first period. 2-0 Hawks. Let's keep this momentum going. Kennedy at the draw, back to the Navigators. McDonald trying to send this one forward. And that's going to be icing waved off. Halen out, settling it down for Stanley. Stanley's going to have the look up to Fillmore. Fillmore, stick off the ice, goes right underneath. And that'll be an icing call. Pull this one back down into Hawks zone for the face-off. Boys got to be able to pick up those passes at this late in the season. You need to know whether to use your skate or use your blade. And be ready. Kennedy, again, got Fillmore, Big Show, Michaud, McDonald, and Stanley. Stanley's going to grab this one. 2-on-1, he'll cross center ice, chip that one in deep. Michaud going right out front. Kennedy, oh, just couldn't pick that one up in the slot. Navigators making their way through. In deep, Stanley reverses back around to Michaud. Michaud over to McDonald. McDonald is going to rush this one. And he chips it in deep and chases it down as no one's covering. Fillmore reads that well. And McDonald, the defense again in all the way deep, which is exactly where he shouldn't be as a defensive player. And the shot out front, the garbage, and a nice save there by the Navigators. One of the biggest problems with this Hawks team is the defense continuously going deep. Stay your position. Get it to the blue line. Let your forwards do their job. Provincials. It's a competitive league, and you need to be able to play your position and as a team. Life. Again, shot. Nice save there by the goalie. Fallow trying to make the moves. And that's in and around to Baraducci. Baraducci with the shot, and that's high over the net. Anderson holding it down at the blue line with Fallow. Fallow tries to make it in deep. Deflection up. Fallow gets that one back in Navigator zone, and Life will chase this one down, and no one's catching him. Soft little backhand into the pad. Navigators looking to get this out. Baraducci with a shot just wide of the net. In Baraducci. Navigators tripped up on his own. Pearson. Back to Anderson off the boards. It down in behind. Life reverses it. And that'll be back out into neutral zone. Anderson's going to pull this one as the Hawks get a bit of a change here. Life going to stick on and put the pressure down low. Navigator fed cross ice off the shins. Fulkins couldn't quite pick that one up. Shot. That's sticked wide. Far side. Doucette and Fulkins coming through. Doucette making his way in. 2-on-1 shot. Oh, and Fulkins right out front. Noseworthy. And that's poked away. Noseworthy's going to draw this one back in through center ice. Send it deep. In and around. Battling at the boards here. A little bit out of sight. Navigators making their way forward. A pass up through center. 1-on-1 with McLeod. Walks in and he misses the net completely. Cross crease. Fulkins couldn't get a hold of it there. Center ice. Doucette picking up that one off the wall. He's going to send that in. Thought he was going for a change, but Ben Levesque in deep. Puck back out. Back to Frig, I tried to pause. I'm sorry. Tried to hit the mute button on that one. I missed and hit the camera button. Back in Hawk zone. Levesque's going to pick this one up. I believe you guys caught a video of me sneezing. Shot on net, just goes wide. And that'll be back out into neutral zone. Sent deep. McLeod. Fulkins, Doucette. Noseworthy still on the ice. Up to Fulkins. Fulkins. As Noseworthy making his way in, a shot. And he scores! Goaltender goes for the cover up. Noseworthy there to pick up the garbage and puts it in the back of the net. 3-0 for the Hawks. 3:15 left in the first period. That line going for the change. Noseworthy decided to take his time and rush the net with Fulkins. And are we ever glad he did? Kennedy at the draw. We got Fillmore, Michaud, McDonald, and Stanley. And looks like we have a goalie change here. Navigators pulling the starter and putting this female goalie in, who I watched play yesterday, and she might be small, but she is mighty and fun to watch. Fillmore getting tripped up. Navigators trying to come forward. Stanley taking a slash to the arm. Oh, and a big hit on Kennedy. Center ice. Looking for a call, but that was clean as clean could be. Shoulder to shoulder. And that'll be an icing call against the Hawks. We'll pull this one down into Hawk zone for the face-off. And so far, they have come out swinging with a dominant performance in the last 5 minutes here. 3-0 Hawks, 2:28 left here in the first period. And what do we got? Pearson at the draw, in the feet. Trickling puck in the slot, shot blocked by Stanley. Pearson coming through. We have Fallow, Life, and Pearson with a 3-on-1 out front. Oh, and a nice pass, and Life missed the puck. Stanley sending it in behind. Fallow battling. Back around, Navigators looking to get the breakout here. Sends it right back to Life, out to Fallow. Deflected. Fallow gains control again. Shot into the shins. McDonald coming through, looking to body the kid as he just avoids that one. Up high in the air. Stanley will glove that down. Put it right on the stick of the Navigators defense. Navigators coming through. They're going to chip that high and up and out of play. And we will bring this into the neutral zone for the face-off. Just outside the Hawks zone. Back on the ice, Noseworthy, Fulkins, Doucette. And we got Baraducci and Anderson backing them up on the D. Bouncing puck in behind Anderson. Nice quick pass, but just missed. Shot just wide of the net off the bottom corner. Back in. Puck sent deep, far side. Noseworthy. Ensuring that he doesn't pick the puck up. Doucette walks through him. Up to Fulkins. Fulkins, good pickup. In, around. Oh! And he's got pushed off the puck. Navigators back in control. He gets taken into the boards. And Noseworthy's going to the box. Six on 5, delayed penalty. And the Hawks pick this one up. Michaud getting the whistle. And Noseworthy's going to the box for boarding. Sending the Hawks to the power play for 2. "15 seconds left here in the first period. Hawks up 3-0, down a man for 2. They'll kick off the second period on the penalty kill. Giving Navigators the advantage to try and get on the board here and shorten the spread. Great one-touch passing, having a look. Right center circle over the stick. Ben Levesque's going to battle this out with Fallow as the clock runs down, and that'll do it for the first period, folks. We'll take a quick break, and we will be right back. All right, folks, we're back. 15 minutes on the board. Period 2, 3-0 Hawks. Down a man for a minute 45 as Noseworthy sits in the box for a boarding call. Here we go, life at the draw. In the feet, swiped to the boards by Fallow. Navigators will pick this up back to the defense. Looking for that pass. Up, misplays it to the boards, sends it back down in. Levesque reverses that all the way back down, and that will be a nice clear. And I just got a notification that my battery's only at 20%. It should last this period. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I will get the iPad out. It was at 60%. I don't know why it's dying so quick right now. Anyways, we'll keep going. Back into Hawk zone. Navigators looking to set up, and Ben pokes that one away. He's going to race this one down, and he's looking, and a nice dive by the Navigators, swiping that puck back into the corner. And we have a 3-on-2 for the Navigators as Levesque and Fallow are going for, and an almost right there. A shot and a nice save by Halen. Rebound. And Halen's going to cover that one up for the whistle. Oh. Back at the draw. Here we go. And that will be another clear for the Hawks. Goaltender out, sends that one around as Kennedy puts the pressure on. Doucette, Pearson in, and Pearson takes the puck, sends it right into the official's feet. Sorry, the linesman's feet. Hebert, fans on the puck. Pearson's going to send this one all the way back to McDonald. McDonald gets the clear as Noseworthy comes off the bench, out of the penalty box to the bench. Fillmore on. Hebert coming in with speed. McDonald knocks him off the puck. Stanley up to McDonald. McDonald trying to go to Kennedy, and that is intercepted. Out front, Kennedy. And a good play by Pearson there, settling everything down. Nice pass up to Fillmore. Good receive there by Fillmore. Lessons learned from earlier with a stick on the ice and a shot, and that is just wide of the net. In behind, picked up by Stanley. Stanley will go battle this one in deep. Navigators chipped off the boards. Kennedy tries to hold it in. Michaud will pick this one up center ice. Over, McDonald. Back to Stanley. Michaud sending it up. Fillmore loses it in the skates of Noseworthy. That one will go in on net. An absolute chaos with this line. Noseworthy in control. A hard kid to beat, that's for sure. Fans on it at the wall. Navigators in control again as they try to come through center ice. Baraducci. And a good job by Baraducci, and that is sent away and brushed up, and Noseworthy in. Picks it up in behind the net. Just shot, and that is a nice pad save by the goaltender. That'll be clear of Navigator's zone. Baraducci slowing it down, gonna have a look here. Nice chip pass up to Folkens, one touch to Noseworthy. Noseworthy to Doucette. Doucette to Folkens. Folkens shot off the post. Anderson sends it in. Blocked down. Navigators looking to come through here. Baraducci is not letting that happen. Up to Doucette. Doucette going 1-on-2. And a shot off the mask. And she'll dive on that and cover it up. 10:55 left here in the second period. It's 3-0 for the Hawks. life at the draw. We got Pearson, Fallow, Levesque, and McLeod. In the feet, Navigators control off that draw. Levesque holding it down at the red line. Fallow trying to aggravate the puck and get the puck, and that's back down. Declan. Can't see Pearson pushing him off the puck. Right. Trying to walk this one in and around. No one's putting pressure on him, just letting him play with it. There we go. Fallow gets it clear. Pearson, the race is on. Pearson gets there first. Hard stop. Pearson giving everybody a chance to catch up as he plays with it at the boards. Fans on it. And the Navigators get the clear. Navigators in through, chipped in deep. McDonald coming in. Kennedy picked this one up. And he's trying to get through. And here he goes, in and around. And he shoots and he scores! And I don't know how that one went in or how he just went end to end, but he makes it 4-0, walking through everybody. A complete crazy off-angle goal, almost to the goal line, and finds the back of the net. With 9:30 left here in the second period, the Hawks are up 4-0. Fillmore in, getting tripped up. Battle in the slot. Hawks trying to gain control here. Michaud picking at the puck, and Navigators are just going to clear this one down. Icing waved off. McDonald in and around to Stanley, and Stanley, nice pass up to Fillmore, chipped through center and picked up by the Navigators. They'll send that high back down deep into Hawks zone. Stanley having a look, a nice soft pass. Michaud standing flat-footed. Couldn't quite get to it. Stanley coming in with a little bit of a body there. Navigators making their way forward. Fillmore taking him out at the knee with no call. Doucette coming in 1-on-2. Noseworthy shoots it up over the head of the goaltender and almost, and I thought that was kicked in. Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous. The trickling puck in behind the goalie. Defense there to swipe it away, and I thought it was rolling it back in across the goal line. Unbelievable how that stayed out. And whistled down as the net's off. And we will have a draw here in the Navigator zone. 8:02 left in the second period. 4-0 Hawks. Against the wall. Doucette, Noseworthy battling. Navigators win that one. Sending it up off the wall, just wide of the stick. Anderson will reverse that back around. Noseworthy, or not Noseworthy, Falcons. Shot on net, reach out by Halen and kicked away. Shot off the skate of Baraducci. Doucette up to Falcons. Nice sauce pass. Back to Doucette all alone and out, and he scores! 5-0 Hawks! And they are on an absolute roll. One for Life, 2 for Kennedy, 1 for Doucette. trying to think of the other goal. Who got the other goal? Either way, beautiful play there. Boys are starting to look good. Navigators coming through. Shot in and tied up by Pearson as he takes this one in behind. Around. Everybody's standing there watching him. Battle at the wall. Fallow tries to get that one swiped away by Anderson, and a shot on net. That's a pad save by Guptill. Back to the point. Off the wall into the skates of Anderson, and Anderson coming through, tries to make the pass over to Fallow and misplays it. And a complete breakdown of this line, and they gain control again. But everybody grouped up together trying to do the same thing, and they need to communicate. They need to know their positions and where to go, and it's just not happening right now. And once a 1-on-2 with Levesque, as Levesque takes him to the ice. Puck trickles into Halen, and that will be covered up. And no call from the ref on that one. I think people are looking for a headshot, and I'm not 100% sure. Back to the draw circle we go. 6:05 left here in the second period. 5-0 Hawks. 1 to the boards. Kennedy tripping up over his own feet. Levesque will send that one in deep, the near side corner. Looking for the Navigators, looking for that pass up. Ben, hard stopping around. Ben getting taken into Fillmore. Kennedy back in control, and a shot. Nice save, and the rebound, and he scores! Michaud picking up the garbage off Kennedy, making it 6-0 with 5:34 left here in the second period. And a beautiful play, that line showing up on that one. That's what we like to see. Noseworthy at the draw. We got Fulkins and Doucette drawing back to Declan McLeod, up to Levesque. Levesque making his way through, and he's going for a full send Ben run. Sends it back to Fulkins. Fulkins trying to go back to Noseworthy. Fans on it. Navigators. McLeod with the shot on net into the goaltender, and that is deflected up, over, and in behind. McDonald coming off the bench, trying to pick up the puck. Oh, and the Navigators lose their stick. Back down in Navigator zone. Doucette almost had control. Noseworthy. And that's an offside call. As Noseworthy comes over the line just before, I don't know who that was. Fulkins had to tag up, I think. And we are back at the draw circle. Just outside the Navigator zone, 4:48 left here in the second period, and 6-0 for the Hawks. Fulkins making the play through. Shot, off the post, gloved down by the Navigators. He was going for that short side pocket from an awkward angle. Navigators send that one away from the crease. Stanley misplays it over to Noseworthy. Stanley. Nice soft pass to Doucette. Everybody tags up. Doucette tries to go deep, and that's blocked. Navigators trying to make the clear. Glove down by Doucette. And we are back into Hawks zone as Stanley is racing the puck down. Halen out to draw that one in behind the net. Life trying to make the play at the wall. Puck stolen away and sent back deep in behind Hawks net. Fulkins. And Doucette on with life. Life. In control. With the speed in. Shot. Nice blocker save. And Life taken out in behind the net. Out front, Fulkins tried to get the shot off, and I don't know where that went. I think it went in behind off the boards. Doucette in control. Taking his time, trying to poke, and Life in for the rebound, making it 7-0. 3:16 left here in the second period. And just a reminder, folks, we will have a break for a ice clean between the second and third. And I'm just checking my battery, 12%. I am going to have to change over to the iPad, guys. I'm going to have to change over to the iPad during intermission, so I am going to have to stop the stream and restart it again. I don't know how my battery died so quick, but is what it is. Pearson getting bumped off the puck. Life all alone. Shot just wide of the net. Out front. In the feet. Nobody could get a hold of it. Fallow. And we got a penalty coming up. Fallow looking for that pass. Out in crease. We have a cross check coming. Penalty coming up. And a technical coming up. We got two front sportsmanlike, 2 for a cross check. Hawks 7-0 going with the 5-on-3. And if we remember the 5-on-3s from earlier, they managed to bag 3 goals in a row in an extended 5-on-3 play against. What team did they play this morning? I can't remember now. There's too many. Either way, awesome. Kennedy at the draw. Back to Michaud. Anderson over to Baraducci. Baraducci with the one-timer. Nice save by the goaltender with the rebounds out. Picked up by the Hawks. Fillmore. Michaud going for the Mishi. Couldn't get it. Back. Baraducci over to Kennedy. Kennedy slowing things down. Shot. And he scores! 8-0. Kennedy with the hat trick. 2:17 left here in the second period. Hawks will continue the power play with a 5-on-4. Noseworthy at the draw. We got Fulkins and Doucette. Doucette over, sending it to Noseworthy. Noseworthy couldn't quite get a hold of it. Navigators coming through. Baraducci in behind to Anderson. Anderson back to Baraducci. Gucci Baraducci. Handing it off to Doucette. Doucette. Trying to go to Anderson, a little too high. Fulkins will pick this one up. Around. Fulkins walking this one in. And these boys got to keep going. We need the goals. The goal differential. This win and a big goal differential spread will put them in first, and they'll play Oromocto tomorrow instead of Dieppe. Nice pass up to Doucette. Doucette with lots of room going in. Fulkins battling at the boards, and not what we need right now. Not what we need right now in an 8-0 game. We need the goal differential here. Fulkins going. for 2 minutes. We'll have a 4-on-4 for 28 seconds. 1:09 left here in the second period. Hawks up 8-0. Life at the draw. Over. McLeod sends it up to the point to the other team. In deep, Fallow pick this one up as he takes the hit. Levesque running this one through. A wide open Life. And Levesque gets this one all the way in. Hard stop. And I don't know what he's doing here, but they need shots on net. We need more goals. And if they're just winding time down, Levesque in, shot into the shins as he lifts the stick, steals the puck. And that'll be chipped over to Fallow. Fallow trying to make his way in and all the way through. Fallow back to Ben as the Hawks are now on the penalty kill. And that'll do it for the second period, folks. 51, we'll be starting the third off with a 51-second penalty kill. Hawks up 8-0. And I'm going to stop this stream, folks. Listen carefully. I'm going to stop this one and start a new one at the beginning of the next period. I got to swap things out and get the iPad set up as this phone's going to die. So we will be back.